Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your August bonus reading, and we are just going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and see what is going on for you. You have this gazelle spirit and this turtle here. The gazelle is about kind of momentum and making big leaps in life. The turtle wears its home on its back there, so it is kind of like a card of protection. I feel like you need to leap away from protection. We literally see that right here with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is kind of a card of leaving a comfort zone. I always say the story of the Two of Wands is that this guy, he rushed to a finish line. He became successful too quickly, and he didn't enjoy the process. And so he's at the top of his castle there, and he thinks he's experienced everything that there is to experience, even though there's a lot more that he could experience if he would choose to in his life. So he kind of has to get out into the world. He needs to have new experiences, and he also needs to not assume that he knows how everything is going to go. He needs to, realize that all situations are kind of different or could be different, and there's like a lot to do. So, I would get out into the world or do new things at this time. I feel like there's a lot of... Look, this is a very successful reading. You have the best water sign reading, for sure. The other water signs, their readings were not the best. So what I would say here is definitely time to get out into the world. Definitely time to take a lead. I do feel like there's progress coming in for you on this card. I do see a lot of progress in this reading in general. And, especially for those of you that are, picking new opportunities. You have the Two of Swords to the Knight of Cups. And, this could represent outside of love, could represent you kind of investing in something that you're dreaming about. And it goes to the Ten of Pentacles, which is, building something long-term, which is amazing. But I always say that the Knight of Cups as well, he's normally looking into that cup. He is scrying. He is imagining what his future life will look like. So you could be manifesting a dream life here. You have the Two of Cups. If you do want love, this is an amazing love reading. I don't necessarily feel like this is just love, though. I feel like there's a lot going on here. Again, if you want love, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. But I really feel that this reading is more talking about the Ten of Pentacles. Again, the Ten of Pentacles is building or leaving a legacy. It makes sense because you're a fixed sign. And with all the energy in Taurus, another fixed sign, that energy in Taurus is really encouraging people to build and leave a legacy, create that type of security. And so you could just be working on like long-term projects, businesses, careers, trying to get a career that is long-term, like whatever it is that you're doing. And the Two of Cups would represent you and your higher self. So I feel like your higher self is guiding you at this time. We even see the star here. There is an element of guidance with the star card because the star represents like having a North Star, having something, in the sky that you aim at to find a direction to move towards, right? And so I kind of feel that there. You also have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, he is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. So, he can manifest things down on earth. The one thing I would say is I feel you need to be more flexible. Sometimes, not always. And, I don't think this is always the truth with the Hierophant, but sometimes I feel, and I do feel it for you, that he can represent inside the box thinking. So, I would, if you have any unconventional ideas, if you have any ideas that are different than, what most people would do in your situation, like if you're trying to grow a business, career, relationship, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter. But I would embrace those newer ideas. I think they could lead to a lot of success. With the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands here. You're ready for adventure. I feel like you're itching, is what I would say here. This, to me, looks like you itching to get out. You itching to have some sort of experience or to travel or go on vacation. You need some sort of adventure. I almost get this element of boredom. So you could be feeling bored or like you need to, or you could just be feeling antsy in some way. And I do feel it's encouraging you to channel that energy into creation. Like, let's say you want to go on vacation and you can't. Maybe you can't, but, can you channel that energy into something like creating something? It could just be something creative. It could be you creating a garden in your backyard, right? Like, don't just let that... And I always say with the Knight of Wands as well, don't let that energy just like circle around your body, right? Like put it into something, because when you do that, I think people don't make the connection between like putting a garden in their backyard and how it might affect affect their finances. It's like when you do those things, when you get that energy out of you and you create something, you're putting the energy out into the world, you're creating more abundance, then it comes back to you in other ways. So, don't be like, again, there's a connection here. With the Two of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. Yep, again, twice. I would also say that you could be, if you are attracting love, I do feel this could be someone who is very different than what you would normally go for. I feel like I say this to you every single reading as well, but I just get that vibe. It's like the two Wands. He's standing at the top of the castle. It's like he's going, in love, he might go for the same type of person because he's only in his castle. He's not getting out into the world. He's not experiencing the other types of people, right? And that's what I would say here is like, get out into the world or, go meet someone new or something different, because I feel you could be attracting something very different into your life. With the Hierophant here, you have the Nine of Wands, experimentation. Nine of Wands is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? It is a card of not giving up, but ultimately in like business or work or career or your love life, it says you need to try a bunch of different things and, think outside the box is really what I was getting there. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this card that says all work and no play. Or like, again, I said plant the garden. It doesn't have to be a garden. You need to go do something fun. I feel like you need to get that energy out of you. It says workaholism can block creativity, dull talents, and spiritual inspiration. Star, you need inspiration right now. Give your body and mind time to recuperate, and you'll be much more effective. There you go. You have this card that says you're exactly where you need to be. So everything is happening in your life exactly as it should be. You have the Justice card, the Star, and the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is about making a choice or having a choice. She is stuck in a stalemate, but she's only thinking this or that. She's not realizing that there's this third option behind her, this new island behind her. So again, if you are trying to make a choice between two things, or if you're finding yourself stuck in some area in your life, it just kind of, this is my third place solution card, and it literally says there's probably a better opportunity or a different solution to whatever you're dealing with. And if you go this way, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So I literally feel that a third place solution could lead to a lot of success for you. You have the Star. And the Star is a card of wish fulfillment, so, I do feel like there is some sort of wish coming in for you here with the Star. But again, I feel more importantly, this is talking about guidance and moving in a new direction. I think that people, I say this all the time, that, people always ask me, like, one of the most common questions I used to get all the time when I would answer questions is, what is my purpose? And, I always tell people to drop tarot cards on YouTube, right? Or whatever. No, really, your purpose, we don't really have this purpose. I think our purpose is to bring as much joy, happiness, love in the world, to live, kind of like follow our bliss, basically, like create something that brings joy and happiness into the world and love, right? Good energy. And, I feel like that's our purpose, but you have to get started to figure out what that is in the first place. And again, I think things like school and maybe some other things in life, they kind of make us think we have to know exactly what it is, right? You go to school, you're taught you have to go to college and you have to know exactly what you freaking need to do right now, right? And there's like, and that's it. So what I would say here is I feel this is kind of saying that you don't need to know exactly what you need to, what direction you're going. You don't need to know exactly what your purpose is. You just need to get started, because then, it's the journey. That is where you discover your purpose, right? So, I feel like you need to just get moving here, plain and simple, right? Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. So I feel like you just need to start the journey. You have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. So, again, it's equal give and take, but it says if you put energy into something, do you get energy back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop and do something else, right? And I literally feel it's just that simple as far as like work and business are concerned. I am getting something legal here, by the way. So if you are involved in something legal, it's almost like there's a quick conclusion coming in for you here. We go down like this to the Knight of Swords. So if you are dealing with something financially legal or, legal or whatever, I kind of feel there's like a quick conclusion or a decision that's coming in for you in whatever that situation is. It's popping into my head. With the Justice card, you have the Four of Wands here. Yeah, there's like a need to commit to the journey. And also, I really feel this is kind of like a sign of the times as well. On a traditional Four of Wands, it's as if we are on this side of the Four of Wands, right? The Four of Wands is out here, if you're looking at it, and there are people celebrating on the other side of those Four of Wands. So to me, it's a card of portal card. We have to go through that portal to celebrate on the other side. And I feel that some of you, it's almost like you can see some sort of celebration off in the distance, but you need to go towards it, whatever it is. With the star, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You can change, right? And this is usually how life works. We don't just start out like with some purpose and it stays the same, right? Seven of Pentacles, he's grown those seven pentacles and it's time for something new, right? He's looking at those pentacles. He's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for me to keep working on this or not? But, I believe life is about experiences and growth. So it's like, if you have the same purpose, it's like, then is there really, and you learn everything about it, how much growth are you going to get out of it? It depends on what your purpose is, right? Some things you could probably do for a lifetime, but for some people, I also believe that they are, I think some people are meant to do something for a lifetime, but for others, it's like they're meant to explore. And so I feel for a lot of you that maybe you have gotten everything you can. You've extracted all the juice from your current situation, but it's now it's time for something that's juicier. It's time for something with more juice is what I'm getting here, Scorpio. With the Two of Swords, you have the Three of Swords. Yeah, again, this or that thinking, right? Thinking, I almost get disappointed thinking. That's not the right word, so, take that with a grain of salt. But, what I would say here is that it kind of is giving me this disappointed thinking type of energy where, it's almost like you could be saying, well, I guess everyone is the same in love, for example, so I'm just going to go back to my bozo ex because everybody is the same. But it's like, no, not everybody is the same, really. You just haven't found out, like, where to find someone who's different. So I feel this reading is really encouraging you to not stay stuck. Same thing with a job. Like sometimes I think we can get going in a job for, 10, 20 years and we're like, wow, is this it? Is this all I am going to be able to accomplish? And so I kind of get that feeling as well. And I feel like there's so much more for you to do. It's not even funny. It probably could keep, there's this to me is stuff that you could probably do for the rest of your life and then some, right? But, again, I feel like you need to start moving towards your happiness. Next, you have this card that says Blue Lobster. It says, you're 1 in a million. Embrace the rarity. Are you kidding? There you go. You have this manatee. It says forgiveness, surrender, and release. So definitely time to release and I feel like you need to forgive yourself. Like, again, I think if you're in that position where you're saying, like, is this it in work? Is this all I'm capable of doing? You need to forgive yourself for not making changes sooner. And it's like, you have this card. You're exactly where you need to be. So everything has worked out exactly according to plan. And I feel like you're 1 in a million. I do feel like if you're attracting love, you could be really you could be finding someone who is like 1 in a million. You have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Lovers. So I feel like you've been walking away from things that no longer serve you. I personally think the Eight of Cups is a good card because, again, he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. He's walking towards total fulfillment. In this reading, he's walking towards the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel for a lot of you that you are walking towards the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Cups here. Could be a knight in shining armor. So if you're looking for love, I definitely feel there could be like a very solid love connection coming in for you here. Could be another water sign. But you have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Gemini, fire, pretty much everything. I just listed all 12 signs, so there you go. It basically could be pretty much any sign, but I do feel it's like a knight in shining armor type person. It's almost like this is divinely guided. I also said that to Cancer, so, it could be a Cancer. This right here is your higher self angel, and so sometimes I feel with the Lovers that it's almost like the spirit is trying to bring two people together, and I kind of feel that in this situation here. I also feel that the Lovers could be a choice that you're making. Traditionally, Lovers was like a card of the crossroads, having a choice to make, and you have the Eight of Cups, so it's like you could be picking a new path in your life, and it looks to me like you're finding something more fulfilling. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, a big change in your fortunes. I like this reading. We're going to call this reading more juice or something like that because you're getting more juice out of the things that you're investing your time, effort, and energy into. But definitely, I feel like this is your destiny. So maybe you're more in alignment with your destiny. With the Knight of Cups, here you go. Queen of Cups, definitely love. I feel if this is love, this is like someone, I'm hearing this is like someone who steals your heart. So there could be a person coming in for you who really kind of, steals your heart in some way. I feel this is a good thing. Ten of Pentacles is an amazing card for love. It is something permanent, something stable. Two people who really want to build and leave a legacy. So it could be a person who really wants to build and leave a legacy with you. With the Lovers, you have the Chariot. Like I said, number one, something is charging in to your life very quickly right here. It could be a Cancer. I just said Cancer, so there you go. But, something is charging into your life. You have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is showing up in the good stuff. You know, normally I don't like the Knight of Swords personally in readings, but he is showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like something positive is rushing into your life. This could also be you taking control of your destiny. Again, with that two of wands, it's like you're no longer just staying in the castle. You're not like Rapunzel anymore, right? I feel like you're getting out of the castle, having experiences, getting out into the world. The Chariot is really a card of like hard control. He is really taking control of his situation. You know, there are two cards of control. The other Strength card is soft control. But, you know, I feel you're really kind of taking control of your destiny at this time as well. For more juice is what this is. You at the end here for the good stuff, you have this ant spirit says time to collaborate. You have this flamingo spirit says embrace the in-between. A lot of people are in this in-between energy where it's almost like you have this anticipation feeling. Maybe it even feels like anxiety for some of you because you're anticipating this change, right, in your life. Or maybe you can sense that a person is about to enter into your life. And, you know, again, sometimes I feel anticipation is very close to anxiety. It can make you feel anxious. So, again, if you're feeling that, don't just let that energy bounce around. Like I said, I would go do something with your life so that you can get the energy out. Do something creative. Go for a walk. Go do something, right? Go spend time with friends. Because again, if you're just sitting there building that up, you're going to turn into a neurotic mess. So don't do that. What I would say here, Ant Spirit, definitely a great time for collaboration, you know, for the rest of your life. Pluto going into Aquarius. I think it's, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles is a lot of success. I do feel some sort of work change here. Again, some of you could be, it's like you're upgrading work. You're upgrading the work that you do or something like that. I feel that would be good for you. You know, if you have a business, I see a lot of success here for you as well. But I just see a lot of success in general with the Ten of Pentacles. I also feel a lot of you are very focused long term. It doesn't, you know, again, to me, kind of obvious with the astrology, especially for you fixed signs, that you could be more long term, future focused. And again, it's going to be a good thing. You have the Page of Wands ready for adventure. He is enthusiastic. He really moves towards his enthusiasm. He just gets excited about something and he goes and does it. It's just that simple. So again, I would do it if I were you. If you feel excited or if you feel like you need to do something, then I would go and do it. Could be to go for a walk, like I said. It could be to go start a business, to go talk to a person you're interested in. I don't care what it is. I would just go do it. It'll be successful. You have the Knight of Swords. It's like a rapid change. We see this actually. Knight of Swords, Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, you even have a star. You know, this could be you manifesting something that's more in alignment with your destiny. Again, the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny as you see it, right? It is, you know, it is your personal vision for your life. It's not so much maybe how the universe sees it. That could be part of it, but, you know, it's more like what you see as being destined for you. And so you're kind of like, your destiny is rushing in here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yes, definitely new love coming in for you. This would be communication. So I feel some of you will be getting communication. I feel like saying over the next 3 months. And with the retrogrades and everything, I wouldn't rush, right? I always tell people, don't let astrology control your life, number one. If someone invites you out on a date, go on a date. I know, oh my gosh, right? During a retrograde, how dare I say that? But life is about experiences, number one. Number two, if you're meant to be with a person, you're going to be with them. It doesn't matter who's in retrograde. Your mom's in retrograde. I don't care what's in retrograde. Again, you will be with that person. It doesn't matter what's going on. And so it's just that simple. So I always tell people life's about experiences. Maybe during a retrograde, you go on a date with a person and it sucks. You had an experience. You learned something, right? So don't be afraid to go on dates. With the Page of Wands, you have the Strength card. Patience. Could be a Leo coming in for you as well here. So, you know, if you're looking for love. But I feel like you've been very patient and I feel you have developed a lot of strength. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Hierophant again. So you have the Hierophant twice in the bottom row. Hierophant just says outside the box thinking will probably make the rest of your life easier. So I would be looking for new or different opportunities in your life. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this Intuition card. Definitely trust your intuition. You have the Queen of Cups. She is very intuitive, but she's also very heart-based. She really listens to what her heart is saying as well as her intuition. So, you know, I would follow that. Also, that's a card of Cancer, so Cancer. You have this Resourcefulness card, the Sun in Cancer. So definitely could be a Cancer or someone with Cancer in their chart coming in for you. Again, obviously that's not going to be true for all of you, but definitely could be for some of you. And again, you kind of showed up in their reading as well. Or a very similar story. But we are in a time of resourcefulness. I encourage, you've probably heard me say it a million times, I encourage everyone to be as resourceful as possible. Even if you make a lot of money and you get an opportunity to make more money, I always tell people, take it and save your money. We are just in a time where I feel we should be kind of like, I don't think we should be paranoid because then we're going to attract something bad, right? But I think we should just be aware, and I think we should be resourceful, and we shouldn't waste resources either, including our money. We should just be ready for any opportunities. And like I say, this could be a good thing. It's like, you never know. There could be some sort of, big market crash, right? Or something like that. You can scoop up a bunch of investments, and because you saved your money, then you become like a billionaire overnight. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving you an example. So you never know, right? You have this companionship card. Definitely could be a love companion coming in for you here. I do feel like saying this person is weird in like the best way possible. It's like you could be attracting someone who is just unusual. I feel like I've said this to you before, right? And it wouldn't surprise me. I think Cancers are super weird personally. So if it was a Cancer, super weird, right? Gemini, probably super weird too. But whatever. Take it how it resonates. You have this rebellion card here. I feel like if you're normal, I feel like if you want to be successful, this is what I would do. Anything that goes against the grain, anything that people will criticize, I would do it. We're not talking about bad stuff here. We're talking about good stuff. Like if you're thinking like, you know what, I feel like my purpose is to go save the goats in India, and you move to India, you start a goat farm, go and do it. If that's what your heart is telling you to do, and you're going to have people that are like, you are so stupid. Why are you doing this, right? And your job is to go do it anyway. So, that's the job for you, is to go do whatever the hell you want and rebel against people who are like, no, you need to join the matrix and, go work for this company and do this and do that and have other people who tell you what to do, right? That's what we need to escape, plain and simple. You have this restlessness card. I get a major vibe of restlessness in this reading. We've been talking about it this whole time. Knight of Wands, whatever the other card I was talking about was over here. It's like there's something, you need to channel your energy. If you feel restless, anxious, if you feel, whatever, I feel you need to take that energy and put it into something creative. Like I said, I don't care if you're creating a garden in your backyard. It could be anything. Maybe you just need to go dig holes, right? Like something. I would channel the energy. I think energy is, even if it's just normal energy, like restless energy, isn't really that big of a deal. But I feel energy can be destructive if we don't use it to be constructive. So I would be taking, your energy, writing a book, or, just scribble on a piece of paper, get a coloring book, do something with it, because the act of getting it out is what allows better energy to replace it. So, that's what I would say there. But other than that, really good reading. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.